You... They didn't harm you, right? They told me that you had been in their possession for quite some time now. Every one of your previous owners sold you back to the slave house due to... what was it? Violent behavior. I heard that you had been disciplined on multiple occasions. The price they were selling you at was quite below standard for someone of your build and constitution. Oh? Afraid of you? Why should I be? Nonsense. How ridiculous an idea. Me? Afraid of you? Why, you're the last person I would be afraid of. But still, perhaps a more ignorant buyer would be prudent to hold some fear of you. After all, if what the slavers said were true, you did quite a number on your previous owners. But you see, I had my informants do a little digging. Why, yes, of course. A princess must have informants. What kind of princess would I be if I did not keep an eye on my realm? Well, my future realm. But that's besides the point. Stop changing the subject. I did some digging, and it seems that your bouts of violence were not, shall we say, unprovoked. It seems that your previous owners did not know how to keep a slave of your standard, or any standard, for that matter. You were quite unlucky. I saw the scars you bear on your back at the market when they revealed your form. Only an idiot would attack a wolf and expect it not to bite back. So, why did I purchase you? Do you truly not recognize me? That's unexpected. I was sure you would. Is this what they mean when they say that human memories are so fragile? You saved me long ago. My mother and I were traveling to another city. This was, of course, before the war, before the king went mad, before my family took reign of those lands. You see, we were just a noble family then, not even a powerful one, mind you, and we were traveling in small company to visit our relatives. We were in human territory. I'm sure you must remember how it was back then, with the ways that people saw us, the prejudices. There was an incident. A group of raiders, they must have seen our party and thought to make an easy coin. They slaughtered our guards and set our coach on fire, locking us in. I was sure that we would be killed, but then you appeared. So young back then. I never did get the chance to thank you. You disappeared so quickly. But I remembered your face. That fear in your eyes? Were you scared for us? Or perhaps you were scared of what the raiders would do if they realized what you had done, how you had helped those that were not your own. I wasn't sure, That night was a confusing one, but I knew one thing for certain, that I wanted to see you again. So, can you imagine my shock when I saw you in the market, with chains around your limbs and scars that showed your history? How could I have been sure that it was you? You're right, it had been years since I had seen you, and it had only been a glimpse of your face by the light of the burning wreckage before you disappeared. But your face, there's a mark right here below your eye. I have seen none like it. That mark was burned in my memory along with the rest of the wreckage, along with that night. I could never forget it. I could never forget you. I'm sorry that I had to do this in such a distasteful way, but I was sure that it would be the only way that I could have brought you to me unscathed. If you spent another night in the trading house, or, God's forbid, a night in a new master's bed, I just couldn't bear the thought, especially after I had found you after so long. You are still young, and, well, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you are very lovely, even with your scars. Very, very lovely indeed, and I was sure that you would be taken advantage of. If not me, someone else would have purchased you. I couldn't stand the idea, so I thought if I brought you here, if you were mine, I could guarantee your safety. Within these walls, I could take care of you. I could offer you all that I have. And if I'm being quite honest, I also simply could not stand the thought of you being owned by another. Oh, of course. Here I am talking about keeping you safe, and you're still in chains. Let me just get those off of you. There. I'm sure those must have been quite uncomfortable. Oh, your wrists. How long have you been in these? That's far too long. They should have allowed you out of them at least in private quarters. For them to keep the chains on you even through the nights, that's cruel. I assure you, I will never have you endure such things again. And I will see to it that those slavers are punished for their inhumane practices, for their idiocy. No living creature should be treated in such a way, especially one that cannot use magic. Now come, stand up. Let me take a look at you fully, without the burden of those chains. Yes, much better. I want you to feel free here, despite, well, the circumstances. You are no longer a slave, but you are under my protection. My, personal charge, if you will. I know that trust is not something easily given, especially after what you have been through. But I hope in time you will come to see that my intentions are genuine. You saved my life once, and now I wish to repay that debt. But not just out of duty, no. find myself quite drawn to you in ways that are difficult to articulate. Ever since that night, perhaps my feelings may seem a little silly to you. After all, I have only seen your face once and know so little about you. But despite that, there are some things that I do know. You are kind, for one. Very few would have stepped in at such a young age, or at any age at all, to save a group of elves at the risk to themselves, especially a human. Your heart is kind. Yes, I can see it in your eyes, even though you have been through so much. I believe it speaks of a rare kind of strength, the kind that deserves to flourish under the right conditions. I hope that I can offer you those conditions, but for now, I understand that you may not wish to be touched right now, but please, may I treat your wounds? It seems that you have not received any kind of treatment before, and if we leave it for any longer, I fear that there may be infection. It pains me very greatly to see them, to know that you have been needlessly hurt, and that you have been in pain for some time. I promise that I will be gentle. Your body has suffered enough at the hands of those who do not value you as I do. You say that it's okay to touch you as long as it's me? Surely you do not mean it the way that I think you mean it, but I will take it as a compliment. Nonetheless, hold still. Let me just... There. Now, this particular ointment can really work wonders. Believe me, I've had to use it on a few occasions. The herbs within are known for their fantastic healing properties and will prevent scarring. It's the least I can do after everything you have done for me, after saving my life. Forgive me for bringing this up if you don't wish it, but I can't help but notice that you are shivering just a little bit. Are you cold? Can I get you something warmer to wear, or perhaps call on the servants to start the fireplace? No? It has nothing to do with the environment? What do you... Oh, of course. I'm sorry for not realizing earlier, so it's more of a reaction to the mental and physical stress you've been under for so long. The kind of chill that seeps in from the inside. The kind that no fire can chase away. I understand it. I've felt it before myself. If you don't mind, I would like to help you through this if you will allow me. You said that my touch was okay, didn't you? You see, during the war, when I experienced a similar kind of chill, the touch of another was the only thing that could keep the cold away. If you'll allow me, I would like to hold you I promise that you are safe with me and that I will do nothing that you do not want. Oh, I did not expect you to so quickly, but, yes, of course. Please, come here. Let's get comfortable on the bed, shall we? You can put your head right here. And please let me wrap my arms around you. Like this. There. Cozy, isn't it? Shh. Just relax against me, I don't mind. I'll be honest, it makes me quite happy that you are willing to trust me to this extent. I hope you know that you are not alone any longer. I will take care of you to the best of my ability. If this is something that I can do to help you keep the chill at bay, you are more than welcome to ask this of me anytime you want. Anytime. I will be here for you. Now hush. Just close your eyes. You've been through a lot. You're safe, and I will watch over you as you rest.